Hello there guys and welcome back to 100% Chelsea here for the second part of my sort of video series of my tactical analysis about how we do actually play under Antonio Conte. As I said yesterday, today I'm going to talk about how we play when we're on the attack, how we play when we're defending, and also quickly touch on what it looks like when we do use two strikers. It's not weird. I'm recording the video on the same day, the two videos, so that's why I'm wearing the same shirt, same location, same lighting, and all that. Let's just get straight into it. As you can see, I've gone for Alonso mainly. I've put in Azpilicueta and Ivanovic on the other side. I just don't know if Alonso is going to play regularly from now on or not. I just have no idea. My sort of analysis I'm going to be doing on like how it has been so far with Azpilicueta on the left and Ivanovic on the right, because I don't know what it's going to be looking like with Alonso on the left. I just have no idea. Sorry about that. And as you can see, I've kept it with Kante, Matic and Oscar, simply because I don't think Cesc Fabregas will get into the starting lineup anytime soon. Maybe in a month or so he will, but for now I think it will stay like that. As I said in yesterday's video, I just don't think Oscar has given Antonio Conte a reason to be dropped. As you can see, I said yesterday when we start a game, sort of our main lineup is a 4-1-4-1. But as you can see, when we're attacking, what it looks like to me, and pretty sure I'm right, it turns into a 4-3-3 formation. As you can see, N'Golo Kante obviously still the deepest of the three. Matic somehow sticking this position, moving forward, moving backward, and Oscar pretty much becoming a central attacking mid. What I've realised is that Nemanja Matic does tend to get in the box, especially when he realises there could be a cross coming in. He gets into the box and then him or Diego, one of the two, tries to get to the ball in the middle. The other one gets to the near post. And then the other winger, say William puts the cross in, Hazard will try to go to the far post. So we've got three people properly attacking the ball, which is obviously really good because if Matic doesn't help out Diego is a bit on his own against two centre-backs, let alone three, like it was against Watford. Diego is a big striker, but he's not huge. He's not someone like Peter Crouch. He's not someone like Ibrahimovic. So he doesn't find it too easy to win them headers against strong defenders. And we know that we have amazingly strong defenders in the Premier League, pretty much at every team. I'm going to admit it hasn't worked that well yet this season with Nemanja Matic getting in the box, but it will. I'm pretty sure it will, because it's a really good option that to have to get that big lad of Nemanja Matic with his 6'4", 6'5", however tall he is, to get him in the box. Whether that trying to attack the ball with a header with his foot. He's not a bad footballer. He's definitely not. So he scored a few screamers for us already. So maybe get a foot on it and put a volley in, whatever it is. And also obviously Oscar, as I said, working as a centre attacking mid. Playing the nice football with Hazard and Willian. Swapping around. Sometimes Oscar on the right, Willian tends to drift to the middle. Or sometimes even with Hazard, even though that's a bit rarer than it is with Willian. To talk about the fullbacks, as it has been for now, Ivanovic tends to attack a little bit more than Azpilicueta, but also Willian doesn't attack as much as Hazard. So if Ivanovic goes up front, Willian he doesn't really drift in that much, or if he does, Oscar will cover for him on the right. So if Ivanovic goes here, Willian drops back a little bit, and if we get hit on the counter, if we lose the ball, Willian will be the first one to sprint back and try to get in position until Ivanovic is there. And on the left, because Hazard tends to cut inside a lot more, Azpilicueta definitely provides a lot of our width on the left, because, as I said, Hazard likes to drift in, and he's doing that well. First goal against Burnley, that was how he scored it. Got the ball, cuts in, scored. But yeah, Azpilicueta a lot of the time does offer our width on the left, but also he doesn't attack as much as Ivanovic, simply because Hazard doesn't track back as much. I'm not criticising Hazard right now, because what I've realised is that I'm pretty sure that is Antonio Conte's tactic, to have two attacking players stay up front in Hazard and Ivanovic and Diego Costa, and Willian drop back a little bit more. And now, as a go, basically talking about defending already, when we are defending, what I think it looks like is pretty much what we've been using for a couple of years now. It's a 4-2-3-1. Maybe if a different sort of 4-3-3 as well. It's difficult to always, put your finger on what formation it is. Of course, still the same back four, whether that is Aspi here or Ivanovic here, doesn't really matter for right now. I'm just going to talk about what it was like with Aspi and Ivanovic because I don't know. As I said, plenty of times now, don't know why I keep repeating myself. I don't know what it's going to be like with Alonso. As you can see, Nemanja Matic drops back as a second holding midfielder. N'Golo Kante tends to, cover the right side a little bit more, and Nemanja Matic sort of covers the left side usually. And Oscar, he sort of does a lot. He does a lot of running, He comes back, he goes here, he goes here, he goes everywhere. But his main position is still that centre mid position, where he helps out, putting pressure on the opponent's defence. That is definitely what he does. And he also, tries to put in tackles, get the ball back as quickly as we can, and start our own attack immediately. Willian, he does tend to drop back a lot. Not a lot, but definitely more than Hazard. And also, I think what I've realised a good reason for that, or like good use for that, is that if we win the ball back on that side, whether that is Willian himself, or Kante, Aspi, or Ivanovic, whoever it is, or even the right centre back in David Luiz now, or as it was Kerry Cahill, we like to put it to Willian. Willian just puts a long ball over the top to Eden Hazard, who takes it down. Is really close to the opponent's goal already. Whether he squares it to Costa or crosses it to Costa or tries to go on his own, it's a different story. But it's definitely a good way to get the ball across to Hazard and get on the attack really quickly. Of course, sometimes Kante will try to hit that ball. He's actually really good at it. I've mentioned it in a different video before. He's really good at playing those balls, and I've been quite impressed because I didn't know that when we signed him, I didn't know he wasn't that good at that. Obviously, David Luiz will do that a lot as well. Play the long balls. We all know how good he is at that. That's why a lot of people think he's more of a centre mid than he is a centre back. But if he's being used as centre back, he will definitely play those long balls, whether it's to Hazard or Diego or sometimes possibly Willian. Ivanovic tries to play those balls as well, but let's be honest, he's just not that good at it. So, Brunner, leave that to Willian or Kante or Luiz. Leave that to other people if you're on the pitch. Of course, sometimes it happens that the long balls get played to Willian when the opponents try to attack us on this side. But I haven't seen it as much. Whether that is people trying to attack on Ivanovic's side and not as much on Aspi's, I don't know. Or whether that is down to us not using that kind of tactic on our left side because Hazard doesn't drop back as much. You can sometimes Hazard plays the long balls across to Willian or also to Diego, but more like from the halfway line and not further back. What I've seen anyway, might be wrong. But yeah, leave it down in the comments if you think I'm wrong on that one. That's what I just think of, I've seen. And then coming quickly to the last part, when we do play with two strikers, of course, it's Antonio Conte likes to call it a 4-2-4. It's a 4-4-2. But, if he wants to call it 4-2-4, let's call it that. Still same back four, whether it's Alonso or, again, Aspi and Ivanovic, doesn't matter. And then it's a bit difficult, when we put on the two strikers against Watford in the end, when we did need to go, when we were trailing, yes. We did put on Fabregas, whether, the formation could obviously work with Matic instead of Fabregas, kind of just as well. Maybe not just as well, because we need someone to put those balls into the strikers, to feed the strikers. But yeah, Kante and Fabregas in the holding a centre mid position, Hazard and Willian still on the wings. As it actually Watford, Oscar first moved to the right, and then Moses came on to give us the width on the right wing. And also, he came on against Burnley on the right side and did score a goal eventually. So, obviously, when we're trying to chase a result, there might be different people on the pitch, whether that's Pedro or Moses or whoever it is. And then obviously up front, you've got the two guys in Michy Batshuayi, number 23, and Diego Costa. Whether who exactly plays on the left and who plays on the right, there's a lot of interchanging going on, so you can't really put your finger on that, in my opinion, anyway. Yeah, that's what it looked like. And obviously, you've seen it against West Ham, the game I've actually been to. It was a long ball. I can't remember by who. played to the striker. Batshuayi just got ahead to it, headed it down. Diego controlled it, and then he just had a shot from just outside the box and put it in. And against Watford, Hazard had a shot, and then Batshuayi just got the rebound when the keeper couldn't like catch it or keep it. And obviously, like if you have two strikers in the box, there's a lot. Your chance of like getting a tap in is a lot bigger. Whether that's for crosses that are deflected or shots that are stopped by the keeper, or like a rebound of the post, or like deflected by some defender, whatever it is, you've got a bigger chance to get a tap in and to get one of your people on the ball if you play two strikers. If you've got two strikers in the box, so that is what we use it for, and it's worked quite well so far. And I also think down the line we will use that a lot more. You might have realised that I haven't touched on playing three at the back at all so far, simply because I haven't seen Antonio Conte use it at Chelsea so far. All I've talked about so far is everything that I've seen so far. Of course, except the new signings that haven't been able to play so far. Could we theoretically play a three at the back once Zuma is back fit with Luiz, John Terry or Gary Cahill and Zuma? I don't know. It could happen. I doubt Antonio Conte will imply that this season. There's a big chance that he will start to play that next season, but I just can't, say I'm making a tactical analysis about something that we haven't used before. So that's why I haven't included it yet. So yeah, I don't really have much more to say on what happens when we play two strikers. Of course, Fabregas is there to feed the strikers, play the balls in there. N'Golo Kante is there to sit most of the time. N'Golo Kante, he can do a lot on his own anyway, so that's just fine. So yeah, that was pretty much it from me for the second part of my tactical analysis. I hope you did like that. Again, like yesterday, and like I said before, leave your thoughts down in the comments of what you thought. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? All of what I'm saying, I'm not saying this is legitimately 100% true. This is what I've seen when I watch games, back, when I watched, say, highlights, when I watched like tactical analysis by like, say, Pat Nevin or other people. This is just, what it looks like in my head and what I think is going on. But it's true or not, I don't know. That's just what it looks like for me. And, I've studied it quite a lot, so I think I'm not too far off. But, as I said, if you think you disagree with me, put it down in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'd massively appreciate it. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. And yeah, I'll see you next time.